Let's just see if... And we are on. Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now today... Oh, chair's stuck, dearie me, cov. Corey. Core. Being very silly already. Now, today we're working on the the Advan Corolla from Hasegawa, this one. There is still, infuriatingly, some little touches to be done. But they are now pretty small in number. Starting to feel a bit chipper about how it's looking. Now, what I want to do today, whilst there are some small touches I wish to get onto, what I would like to do as well is a bit of assembly and a wee bit of deckling. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Oh, I think I almost broke the sub area there. Ah, dearie me. Actually, what I sounded more like there was Stewie. In Stewie Griffin tormenting Brian about his lack of completion of his novel. We digress. Now, I've just... Okay, first things first, kids. Coffee. Oh, yeah. The one ring of power that I keep... Well, look, I've been Lord of all evil in my time, and I have made Sauron my bitch. I want to make this perfectly plain. And you know what? Here's something I want to share with you. Yes, Sauron is clearly built like Pee Wee fucking Herman. That's all I'm saying, kids. Now let's get you a better view. Oops, days. Hang on. And up we come. Now then, there's something I'm a wee bit concerned about. Is there is a part I can't see, but there I find it is. Oh dear God. Ah, dearie me, kids. All right, now here's one part of assembly I want to get done and out of the way, and all it is this. Needs to. Now, how does that go on? Have you considered looking at the assembly sheet, big boy? Dear, oh dear, eh? Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now, I might give you a slightly better position there. All right. Now, this one. That's right. That's right. I remember now. So, really, this needs to be on that side, and that, I believe, goes on like that. Boom. Now, I can confirm that quite easily. Yep, that would appear to be the case. Winning. I just got a notification. I can't see what it is, and I don't care. Okay, so we'll do that. Now, from memory, with this little number, we will need... Hang on a moment. And that's why that therefore will sit like that. Okay. I'm just making some discoveries here. What I'm noticing is that this sitting, when it's sitting correctly, will clear or be clear of a little circle thing here that the axle probably goes into, I would suggest. All right, but anyway, with this, I recall needing to hold it. In fact, you can see I'm going to need to hold it for just a little while because even upright, oh no, well, it would sit there, but let's get some reality. Now, so what we're doing now, can you see what I'm doing? If I'm, yes, you can. Jolly good. Jolly good. Now, excuse me a moment. My mic, I believe I just used the mute button. I hope to hell it did. You just copped an earful of me blowing my nose. Nobody needs that behaviour. All right, let's get the glue running. Ba-da, ba-da, ba. Oh dear. How many times have I trotted that little number out? Let's get a glue running, not the whole Steppenwolf Born to be Wild. Now, all right, what we'll do. Now, this goes on to here. So, we're going to put the lid. Here's the lid. Back you go. And you come here. There we go. Nice. Actually, that's quite stable on the whole. Oh, well, yeah. Ayo. That was why I was just deciding that it was, yeah. It's not 100% chummy. Chummy! Now, let's just, no, not yet. No, not yet. Patience is a virtue. You know, I say that, but I've got absolutely bloody none of it. Bit longer. Really, of course, you want it just to sit there by itself. At which point there would be much rejoicing. Now, what I could consider, and in fact probably will consider, and I will too, is, I think I'm about to sneeze again, dear oh dear oh dear. Now, I'll grab one of these. And somewhere around here, I have, in fact, what am I doing? I was going to try and set one of these up, and conveniently, I have one on hand. So that I'm not going to have to just hold that there for ages. That looks to be a good angle. So we'll pop that over there to dry. And we'll pop that to there. Now, what I would also like to do, wheels. Now, I believe these just pretty much go on. Now, excuse me a moment. Again. Now here's I don't know if concern is the right word. That's how I'll do it. Okay, here's the thing. These are both 1 and 2. And I'm wondering, is there a difference? Now, so far as I can tell, no. But if there is, well, actually, the fact that these are all the same size, by the looks of it, should mean it'll be a fairly straightforward op. That they are all the same. Otherwise, they would require different tyres. So I don't think it really makes that many yards. But I will keep them separate just in case. Because at that point, actually, no, I know what the difference. There could, okay, yeah, there could be differences potentially. We shall see. Now let's have a quick look at something. Here we go. Okay, they have both the 2s at the back. As to whether that is a thing, as I said, that's a completely different matter. But we will keep them separate for that reason. All right, so let us start by the looks of it. Now, the other thing I want to do here, I'm figuring it'll be easier there's some decals that need to go on the tyres. Brand labeling, I guess. Now, if I am to do that, I think I am better served to do it whilst or when it's on the rim. That's my opinion. You don't need to glue these on, they slide on. So this should be a fairly straightforward op. Now, what we'll do is what if I just knock that over? That's all right. It's not a biggie. Now, number 1 seems the obvious one to start with, now doesn't it? Come here, you. Well, it's actually fairly smooth where the trim occurred. I will give it a gentle bit of filing. Not gentle, but I'll give it a small file there. There we go. And there. All right, now, if you look in here, I'll zoom in. Might need a bit of light. There, we can see on the inside that we might want to give that a bit of a file. Sanding is probably what we would require on that, I think, more than file. Do I have sandpaper? I probably do somewhere, you know. That's tracing paper. Hello. Hello. What have we got here? Aha. I believe sandpaper. Now, sealing. And I'm not going to get a circle out of that, obviously, but what I can do now is try and smooth those little bits that were. There we go. So now I would suggest we should get a nice and easy. On you go. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's looking kind of cool. Now, something I'll show you as well, and we can attend to, is hang on a moment. Whenever this stuff, actually while I'm here, quick check on this one. Nice. And you want to do a close up, it usually interferes somewhat. Now, here we go. Right, you can see there's a seam down the middle of that tyre. We will attend to that in due course. In fact, what I might do, actually be easier on the rim, I reckon, because it'll give it a bit of solidity. So, now I'll get this out of the way for a moment, because I don't need this around. This is what I'm talking about, the undercarriage. Zoom out. Move the light, because I damn nearly eye gouged myself. And this is what we boardmen call less than ideal. Or it would be if it were to happen. Now, all right. All right. So, get these on. On you go. There we go. Now, quite like the way they look, I've got to say. Now, let's get rid of these seams, shall we? So, again, do I want to go sandpaper or file? I'll go file. I should probably wet and dry now that I think about it. Yeah, wet and dry is what I need. Do I have any wet and dry? Answer probably. I do recall purchasing some. Give me a moment. Now I have a bag of stuff here with all sorts of things in it. All sorts. That's foil, tape, cardboard for that would be for painting purposes. Tools, clamps, hammer. The shit I have, kids. What's this? Instructions for the Dremel. Rubbin. I might. So I'm a little. I think I'll just have one last look at this area here. I'm a little concerned about hacking the tyres if I continue with sandpaper or a file. What I really need is wet and dry to attend to those. Hang on. What's this? Oh, no, that's not a... although, it's a bit less harsh as a sandpaper, but no. I'll just go and get some wet and dry today when I'm out and about. And I will attend to those seams on the tyres with that. I'd rather wait rather than mutilate unnecessarily. It's a bit rough. Well, that wet and dry is more what we require. However, that's ones which can go there for the time being. Ooh. Now, once I got this done, we can probably look at putting a few things in the cockpit of the car. Now, this is all coming together quite well on a time basis. Where to put the file? So, depending, we could progress to, well, various things, in fact. And this we shall then do. Now, another tyre. Actually, if I don't have wet and dry, I need to get some anyway. So, yeah. I probably do have, actually, let's have a look at the inside of this one, give that a bit of a sand. And I probably do have some somewhere, I just can't see it immediately, but yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty. One. There we go. All right. Getting places. Now. Okay. I'm just having a quick scan on the hole there for a moment. I reckon when I get round onto that, because I will, I reckon that there's every possibility that we can touch up all three colours that are on the hull, which would be good, purely by virtue of, well, then it's done, isn't it? Now, one thing that will make that, I'll be able to confirm that. Yeah, I reckon. I reckon. And in fact, aha! I have a cunning plan, kids. I'll show you later. Or when the time is relevant, more's the point. Let us get this other tyre on. Quick bit of sanding. There we go. And on it goes. Boom. 2. All right. Now, next I wanted to, well, okay, the only things that need to go in the cockpit, and I think I'm best served putting them in before the chair, are the gear stick, and it's like a little tank of some variety. Either way, that needs to happen. So we'll do that. Right, here's our interior. So, very precisely. Right. So, right, that makes it very easy. I see where it goes, I think. Now, we need to be aware. Yeah, I would say right there. No. Or even. Okay, hang on a moment. I'm not quite getting. What does it sit on those two little? Hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. Oh, dingus. There's two little spots, and it just goes onto there. Right there. Just want to see how exactly it fits. There. Can you see that? No. Okay, we'll zoom in a bit. Now, here we go. You can see there's two bits here. That's what this is. That's where that goes. So the good kiddies from Hasegawa done a pretty good job there in many ways. Now, so all I'll need to do is just line that up. Boom. Nice one. All right. Do I feel confident enough to go with the glue? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do. this we will now do. So, yeah, I think I only really need to put the glue on here. Jesus. That's, that was almost big inconvenience. Now what I might do very quickly, just give that a quick touch. Now, mouthful of coffee. Oh. Now, let us see. Glue. Yeah, that'd be helpful if you want to glue something in position, big boy. Dearie me. I'm still seeing or just noticed some little errors in the paintwork of the cockpit, but they're not disastrous ones. So I can consider tidying them up in due course. Now, all right, there's a little tank in position. Now the other thing we can get in is the gear stick. Once I locate it, what do we have here? That's B17 stuff. I should probably stand up to look for this, you know. Hang on, what have we got here? Yeah. No. No. Oh, really? Seem to be getting everything but the gear stick. That's actually B17 stuff anyway. Okay, that's it. I think I should just stand up and look. Dearie, hang on. It's not new, is it? For fuck's sake. All right, Rob. Let's just get back on the job there, big boy. Neil. Well, this is... Oh, now I have dropped one. Give me a moment. Oh, I wonder if... Deft footwork. It was well under the table. Ouch, 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 ouch. I gotcha. But I got it was the steering wheel. I was able to reach it with my foot and just drag it out. Now, next, this little number. Now, when I put this in position, I will need to do a touch-up on the very top. Because, of course, that's where the sprue is. Now, let me just... Delay. I don't think there's any big trick with the right, it's the front one that's got to stay there, which is what I thought. Now we simply bing and oh, that's a bit of a pisser. All right. Drop into there. No. If you didn't see, there it is. The gear stick has broken. That's very inconvenient. Now. At least the... Okay. Now, there's a couple of ways I can go about this. I can either put the base in and then glue that on. I'm more inclined to go with, hey Manuel, how you doing? I've just had the gear stick on this break on me as I was cutting it off with the sprue cutters. I'm trying to... Okay, that's the correct angle right there. All right. If I go with quick drying glue, which I do have, all should be well. Did you want me to flick you an invite, Manuel, so as you can get your bench on screen? Although I am aware it would actually be quite late for you. Now, not that one. Aha. Now, get that out of the way for a moment. Make sure I get the angle right. All right. There we go. I'm going to need that to sit for a little while. Although quick dry should be only a matter of seconds in actuality. But, alright, I'll give it a bit longer just for... Yes, it's dry, but actually, what am I should be able to get it in anyway. And let it dry in situ, as it were. Now, particularly if I grab it from here, which then goes... Okay, no. Well, that killed that little idea, didn't it? That could be a little straighter. Come on. All right. Well, option 2 on this little maneuver. Jolly good. Oh, another time maybe. Now, what I will do is... How do I get this to... Here we go. Should probably get a piece of foil out. Do I have one on hand? Yeah. That's should be plenty. Now, where to put the lid? Dunk that into there. More perhaps. All right, let's see how we go. Oh. Not quite right. Oh. Although I will say that that's looking much, much more stable. Now, I'm going to let that dry properly after what happened last time. Oh, Jesus. Not helping at all. Oh, God. Where'd it go? I think, wait, there's a couple of places it might be. And I might have to manufacture something, I would suggest. Because I doubt. Okay, I can see what I've got, where it is. Oh, dear. Ow. The old grey berry ain't what it used to be. Oh, no, we're in. Wow. Well, that's fortunate on a number of levels. But what it does show, give me a moment while I get myself back into the chair. That's the one from the box. Oh, boy. It's, dearie me. And up we get. It's the one from the box. One of the things I've done differently, though, is they actually supply decals. And I chose to do paint because I'll even show you why. Okay, here we go. They give you the those theoretically match that, and those the ones at the front. Now the point being that if you use the decals, obviously you have to match your black and your red for the rest of the paint scheme. Otherwise they're going to be different, which to me, no, that's not going to fly. So what I have done, or chose to do, more's the point, is to paint them, basically. I've chosen my color and masked up. There's it's proven to be very, very fiddly. And there's still lots of little touches that need to be done, although it's getting there, mate. It's getting there. So yeah, have I got the box lid conveniently on hand? No. The best I can do in short term is that's what it's. Yeah, bam. But that's black and white. Alrighty, now, as I was going to mention before, I'm actually having recovered this. I was most impressed that it stayed in position. I didn't lose the bit that broke off. Now, which means it's very, very stable. In fact, it continues to show that trait. Oh, this is not helpful though. Oh, come here, you. Now, I have two options here. I can retry that gluing idea. Let me just check something for a moment. Yeah, that's looking nice. Or I can wait a bit. Probably the more prudent thing to do would be to wait a bit. Just let it dry properly. And we will do that. There we go. All right. Now, while we're here, how's this one traveling? Nicely. Okay, I reckon that we might be able to get some of the undercarriage done. And that being so, I am inclined to do so. So, what we'll need is the undercarriage, like so. We'll need that one, and that one. I'll need a mouthful of coffee. Now, next on the agenda. Yes. So, yeah, that's right. Something I'll point out to you. I'll use this. The kit comes with these little knobs and holes that are very specific to locking things in. In this instance, those holes there correspond to those little knobs there and lock them in, which is kind of cool. Now what I'm going to do first is, hang on a moment. Now before I this bit here, just want to check where that goes specifically. So that goes, I guess, let's have a look at these stems. So if they're going out there, okay. Let me just something I wouldn't mind finding out where else will the outlet come from. Definitely not there. I would say on here. Hang on. I see where they would go. What I'm looking at is where specifically this latches on. It would go onto that little bit there. That goes into that frame. That's where the little thing clicks in. It's all making sense to me. Now, what I need to have a quick look at, here it is. Now, how easily does or do right? Maybe. But then have, okay. Of course it's got to go on like that. That makes sense. I think. Yeah, right. Okay. I see what happens here. So I'll need to. I need to raise something with a. Can I raise this just a little bit to go into there, which is where it's supposed to go? Is it? And it's off. Start again. Or have I gone the wrong way around? Surely not. These front ones are proving problematic. We will work on this. It is possible, of course, that I've got that. We'll getting distracted. Nonetheless, glue means that this is no longer relevant. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Glue. Now, next, get the roll cage out of the way as well. Really? What sort of paper? Okay, now, next, we shall grumble, grumble, grumble. Didn't I do this earlier? Grumble, grumble, grumble. Yes, I did. Never mind. Get over it, big boy. You do it again. Now. Really? Come here, you. Yep, now stay there. All right. Getting a feeling of deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. I keep getting this feeling of deja vu. All right. I wonder if I was just putting it in the wrong way. That would be kind of funny. Mostly annoying, but kind of funny. All right, we may get back to that later on. Now, next. Now I'll pop that over to there for some reason. Get that out the way. Actually, you know what I'd like to do? There is a decal for that dash. I would like to get that decal in position because when it's in position, we can consider assembling the steering column and putting the steering wheel on. So, foist. And it won't take long. What'll take longer is probably just getting it organised. Now, pop the paint there. Not the paint, the glue there. Where's our dash? Dash. Actually, I can cut a whole stack of these out and just reduce the amount that I have there. Foist. Actually, no, I'll do the slicing when I've got the water here. Clear that out the way. You can go to there for the time being. You can go over to here for the time being. We're going to need decal setter, decal soften. Now. We shall, well, excuse me a moment. I'm back. Now, what we shall do is I'm going to get that bowl of water. We're going to put that decal on. Just one thing I'm going to do very quickly. Oh, for fuck's sake. Actually, I can do that bit standing up, be damned. It's not going to take 2 seconds. So, I successfully managed to launch a brush about 1.5 meters away from the desk. All I actually want to do with it, though, is that. Just give it a quick dust. Alrighty. I don't even need a big bowl of water, I just need enough for one decal, don't I? So, what I'm going to do is get just a small amount of water. Now, it's actually really, as far as it goes, oh no, it's quite sunny out. Still got the bloody blind down. Me and my housemate are both up before the sun's up. Oh my, it's a lovely day. Deary me, Guff. Now, here we go. Fine ball for the occasion. Questions I'm having. What do I want for dinner? What do I want to do? Part of me's thinking curry's good. You want something very simple. Put a little chili roll. Wouldn't mind something simple. I could just go for chop some potato, but really, let me see. I actually wouldn't mind doing a paella, but I'm only going to do that if I cook for myself and my housemate. I'm not inclined to do it just for myself. Let me think. Something newly, perhaps. Let me see. Alrighty, now what we will do is slice out a decal. Those 25s I need, I would say. So we'll pop them there, which would mean I'll need that 25, you would think. That's for the top of the windscreen. So I won't worry about that just yet. Now we're almost. Is it attached here? Just a bit there. Now we'll cut up here, down there, up here. There we go. Get them out. Don't really need them. I can slice that out. While I'm here, that one, a little bit more. All right. And finally, then I'll put the rest of those. Actually, two things I'll do before I get to actually getting that decal on. Might as well get rid of that Hasegawa one there. Oops, a little lower. There we go. So that now I've only got the decals I'm going to require in the bag. Now I'll slice out the dash. There we go. Marvy. All right. So, ouch. Ooh, that hurt. I had a sudden flinch in my hip. I have arthritis, and it occasionally gives me a jip. In the last couple of days, it's been, yeah, you can enjoy it. And I haven't been. It's just how it is. I don't know if you've got anything similar. It's a whole lot of no fun. Or can be. Now, whilst I'm here, okay, boom, I'm going to let that settle down good and solid. Tweezers, 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 Las Vegas. Tweezers, Las Vegas. Oh dear, oh dear. Now, in this instance, Elvis would definitely be turning in his grave because he is dead, and has left the building, I believe. Some people I get my singing is so hard that I get them to turn in the grave. They ain't even dead yet. It's a skill. Now, these are going to go on. I reckon I'm going to be best off coming into that from this angle because of that overhang, which naturally is going to be there. Now, yep, good. All right. Now, it's a decent size of decal, so I can probably use a decent size brush. There you go, this one. Next on the agenda, and I'll go that one. We will get our setter open. And we shall get a bud ready. And let's soak. Now, I've never worked with Hasegawa decals, so I'm not sure how quickly they necessarily come up. They seem to vary from one brand to another. Let's have a look. Not yet. I didn't really expect it would be moving just yet, but you know. Alrighty. Now, let's have a look. Aha. Now, get our setter on. get our decal. Oh, just headbutted the light. Now, okay, so it doesn't completely fill that area, but that's fine. I think. Wouldn't mind maybe moving it across a bit if I can. Alright, that's actually pretty good. Cotton wool bud time. Yeah, there we go. And there, yep, is our dashboard. Now, once you've given that a few rounds of decal soften. Oh, hey, Dale, how you doing? Didn't see you there, sorry. Well, have now, obviously. Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of work on getting this decal absolutely pretty. On the Hasegawa Advan Corolla. All right. Now, going to get this water out of the way. Now, once I do that, there's a little bit of tidying up I wouldn't mind doing on this as far as on the black parts. Now, that is chassis black, I'll wager. Hope to hell I have some. And then we can start getting onto the hull. Alrighty, now just give us a moment while I get rid of this water. And then I do have chassis black buff air. We will get all the colours together that we are going to require for any other painting, and we'll get that done, we shall. That's the plan. Now, yeah, my knee's starting to give me a bit of jip as well, I tell you. Falling apart at the seams, I am. Are you at your bench, Dale? If you like, I'll flick the StreamYard link up for you. Yeah. Now. So let me think. Once I've got that, there's not much on the hull. Again, I've mentioned this, and if some of it, if I can't get completed today, that's not a disaster. It won't necessarily get in the way of progress, as it were. I can do some of those touch-ups as we go along. It's not rocket science. At least I hope it's not. Jesus. If that's all there is to it, then I should be working for fucking NASA. Yeah, well, that's fine, man. Look, I'll flick the link up, and if you wanted, feel free. Give me a moment. There we go. Now, whilst I am in a position of verticality, I need that black. Now, I haven't actually ever done any Warhammer. I have speculated. Just shake this paint up because just something different, you know. Oh, hey Terry, I flicked the link for StreamYard is up on the whatchamacallit. What is the whatchamacallit? The whatchamacallit is the chat board. So if you want to click on in, feel free. Yeah, now. Have I got that adequately mixed? I would suggest so. Boffo. Now. And boom. There you go.
Hey, mate.
Hey, how you doing?
It feels like I've been streaming for 24 hours.
Hang on a moment. I'm just going to turn the volume up a bit so I can hear you better. There we go. Here comes Dale. There we go.
Hello. Morning, Terry.
We're going to be here till like 5 o'clock in the morning now. I can feel it.
I think we're
Alrighty. Now, what I want to do here.
Punishment, I think. Glutton for punishment.
Right. So what are you working on, Dale? Give us a zoom in.
Well, I can't zoom in because my camera's shit, but
fair enough.
Doing them little dudes, the Warhammer.
Oh yeah.
Little dudey things.
Okay.
I would say this first one is not bad for a first attempt.
Yeah.
Working on the second one, but I took him to bits so I can get into little bits and bobs. You got arms and legs all over the place.
Fair enough. The plot thickens.
It does. The second one I'm hoping to improve on. I hope to put it out there to the Warhammer community and hopefully they will say, yeah, not bad.
Jolly good.
Which is what I'm hoping for. Or they'll probably say, oh, it's a bag of spanners. You need to do this, you need to do that. And all. And yeah. I'll take it on the chin and learn from it.
Well, that is the trick, isn't it? This what I'm doing here, this Hasegawa, is my first car, and it's very different to doing the ones to 72 aircraft.
Yes.
That I usually do. All the different kits have their little tricks. But yeah, so I'm kind of interested in Warhammer.
Don't get infected, mate. It's an infection.
It's a dangerous game, you reckon?
Oh, mate. They're bullying me. And now I'm infected.
It's what I'd say with Warhammer is it tests your painting abilities. It's very detailed. It's very detailed.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. A friend of mine does Warhammer figures, and I don't know if he still sells them, but he used to. It was a thing he did. And some of the detail you can throw on them because of the scale is pretty damn sexy. Certainly in my opinion. The closest I got to being able to do, or getting that sort of opportunity to detail, was on a 1:35 SS Commander for a tank. And yeah, rather enjoyed that. So that's why I'm kind of looking at Warhammer going, it could be fun to be had.
I would say, rating mine, I've had a lot of positive comments, but me being me, I don't think it's good enough personally. Watching one or two of my friends that do it, I mean,
Now,
um,
do you
if
suffer from perfectionism? This is a question.
I do and I don't, you can never be perfect.
Well, that is true, isn't it? Now,
There's no such thing as perfect. But I mean, if you looked at this from, I call it the 3-foot rule. It would be lovely.
I suffer from perfectionism, so I do understand the pain is real. And yeah, I've actually discovered modeling to be really good for accepting that perfection does not happen.
No, it will never happen. No, nobody's going to be satisfied by it.
No, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, but you're taking night shift out of the equation.
Ha!
Man, if you're looking at perfection, that dude.
I'm quite happy with what I've done with this little fella. I've moved on to my second one. I'm doing something a little bit different on it because I learned from the first one.
Jolly good.
And that's
what I
what it's
like
about.
to do.
It's all about learning. It's all about
What I might do, give us when I've got a moment after, I'll show you the SS dude I did. I was pretty chuffed with him. Tell you, whenever I go in close to pain, I go to what I call the Hunchback of Notre Dame pose, which is to say I fully hunch over in close.
Yeah.
And
know it well.
And yeah, okay. I mean, the only thing I really like is the "she gave me water" moment, But my back, she doesn't really appreciate it too much. I'm sure I'm not alone in this.
What I find is when I've been leaning forward a lot,
Yeah,
like for an hour or so, and then I'll pull back, and my whole rib cage will hurt like a bitch.
Oh yeah, no fun at parties. Actually, here's a great on the topic of Hunchback of Notre Dame. A great "she gave me water" moment from high school for me. There'd been this movie of the Hunchback starring Anthony Hopkins on the TV one night, and the next day we were doing this experiment where in biology where you had to line up and get pure water.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this rather pretty tasty young lady, from rather demure one who just started at the school. She's lining up for her water, and this guy named Dave Murter, who was a complete bloody animal at the best of times, fully lurches up to her in hunchback mode and goes, "She gave me water." You think, this is the poor girl's first fucking day, Dave. Give her a break. Strangely, she wasn't there for long. And I've never ever sort of been able to think of whenever sort of hunchbacks and stuff like that. She gave me water, and they've been poor, whatever her name was, just the look on her face. The things teenagers do, eh? Cool. Now, I think I've almost got this underside grill done and looking a wee bit pretty, as far as they do.
Can get away with any motherfucker.
Rob, have you done any models from ICM? I don't know if it's one that you get over where you are.
No, I haven't. Most of my models have been Airfix.
Yeah.
I'm doing a Revel B17F, and I must say the detail is beautiful. Gives me a warm, fuzzy glow. It does. Give me a moment. I'll just zoom in what I've done there. So that's the underside of the grill that goes pretty much under here.
No. Trouble's in. We've got blue.
Oh, he's tracked us down, has he?
No, he has. He's been following us.
Ah, yeah, the Sprue and Glue.
The evening, David. How you doing?
There's a link in there, mate.
But yeah, I'm also working on an Eduard Lavochkin. And I got and again, this is another one where I is well impressed. In fact, I've got that conveniently on hand because I'm doing some painting on that at the moment.
What
and this
the
is my first
Lavochkin.
Lavochkin.
Yeah.
Sprue's yawning, dude.
Lavochkin. The Lavochkin's a Soviet aircraft from World War II. And this one, once I've completed it with its markings, will have the markings of a guy named Ivan Kozadub, who's the Soviet Union's top ace. That's one of my things. I build famous aircraft. All my pilots are aces. I could even take you for a walk through on the ones I've built, but that's a whole nother thing. I digress. Anyway, Kozadub was the Soviet Union's top ace of World War II, 64 victories, and he was Ukrainian. Fun fact, which makes Putin's thing about Ukraine and Nazis seem all the more really.
Yeah.
Particularly as I know what the Nazis did in Ukraine. It was unspeakable. Anyway, this is said Lavochkin. And one of the things I like about what they've done with the photo etch, I don't know how much photo etch you guys have worked with, but it gives some very sexy detail on the side there. And because, of course, it comes out from the side, you get the proper effect of how it should look. And one of the things I'm very keen on with this one is...
Rob, your hands are shakier than mine. Bloody hell.
Oh, there we go. There's one of the things I'm very keen on.
Oh, the concrete detail. That's awesome.
That's lovely. That's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Now, all of that...
Better than your own, Terry.
All of that is photo etch detail.
You got to admit that's awesome, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Now, the joy of that is, again, like I said, photo etch. Dead sexy.
Sprue's waiting in dark room.
It's yeah, but the this is Edouard, and I've been very impressed with it. Something I can conceivably show you from the but most of my stuff's been Airfix. I'm really enjoying the Edouard though, and I'm quite enjoying the amount of detail the Revel kit's given as well. I am exploring. Actually, I tell you, there's so many kits I've got that I've got about 70 in my stash. My next kit's going to be an Italeri though. I intend, once I've got the car finished, to build. Actually, I think I have that on hand. I do have it on hand. Give me a moment. There's 2 kits I've got lined up because I like to think ahead. It's just the way I roll. Give me a
The sprue
moment.
in the basement.
Here's one. I've just pulled the camera back for this one. Here's one of the next ones I'll be getting onto. This will be a work in progress over the course of the year, I think. The detail on this one is huge. It's a pretty big kit. Consider the following. I'll show you something kind of full on about it. At least I think it's pretty full on. If I get the whole pieces, now bear in mind I'm about 6'2", and they're almost as long as my arm.
That's huge.
So that's going to be a year-long project. So what I'm thinking is I'll do a week here and a week there, sort of a thing, you know. Otherwise, I'll just get a bit burnt out on it, and we'll just do my head in. Now, in the meantime, where is? Oh, I didn't put it away. Surely not. That's most unlike me. I've got a Italeri. Whatchamacallit? Another whatchamacallit. C-47 I'm planning on building for D-Day.
All right.
Because, of course, it's the 80th of anniversary of D-Day this year. So it seems like a thing to do. Alrighty. Spruce, if you're still there, you want to click on in? I'll flick the link back up. Oh, and you're lurking? Jolly good. Lurking is fine. Now, but yeah, these are the things I'm working on at the moment. Now, or will be working on in due course. I should probably hit some decal soften on our dashboard there, I reckon. Delete.
Well, as well as the Space Marines, I've also got this little project on the go.
Space Marines. Nice one.
I do have the Titanic
Oh, that would be cool.
on the go as well.
I will do a Titanic one day.
Oh, you secret squirrel, Dale. Didn't know you had that.
Do what?
Didn't know Dale had the Titanic on the go.
I do.
There is something undeniably romantic about the whole Titanic thing.
I'm one of those that does the historic projects.
Oh, yep.
You know, those iconic moments.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's that's sort of what I do with my aircraft. They're all, like I said, either piloted by aces or famous bombers or whatever.
You see, the military for me has never been a passion.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Lancaster bomber. I love the Spitfires. You know, what I'm saying is the iconic models.
Yeah. The to me, because I've got three favorite aircraft. The sexiest aircraft in the world in history, BF 109. Oh,
I will
dead
debate you
sexy.
all day on that one.
And my favorite bomber though is the Lancaster.
Yeah.
And my favorite transport's the C-47. Now, let me have a quick look. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to building the C-47 I'm doing for D-Day. I'm trying to think where I've put the bloody thing. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because it'll be my first C-47. I have others. Indeed, I've built 2 Lancs. And I'll be building more Lancasters soon. Why? Because I love them.
The only plane I've got going at the moment, other than this, is the Concorde.
Now, the Concorde would be an interesting one, depending on what scale and things like that.
It's the Rebel 144 that I've got on the go at the moment.
That'd be tiny. Well, no, it'd still be pretty big, actually.
For my shelf space, it's pretty big.
Yeah, I understand the issue completely.
If I could do the 172 and have room to display it, I would absolutely love to do that.
I've taken to, depending on the aircraft I'm building or the kit I'm building, like this car is not for me. I'll be giving it to someone who, and I'll be able to see it. But because I'm running out of shelf space, I'm at the point of, if I build it for other people, as long as it's something they would appreciate and enjoy.
Yeah.
For example, a mate of mine's favorite aircraft is the F-111. So what I'm going to do is build him an F-111, and then he can have it at his place, and I can see it when I go and visit.
Yeah. And still take pride and joy in what you've done.
Well, yeah. And I have checked with his wife that there will be an adequate amount of space for him to display it, so it won't be an inconvenience, because you don't want to do that. Nobody wants that behavior. And I said, oh, look, would there be enough space? She said, yes, and he would think that's fantastic. All the incentive I need. Now, let's just do some touch-ups on this silver.
So, Rob, are you mainly into the cars and stuff like that?
No, I am mostly into aircraft. This is my first car, and it's a bit of a diversion for me. Will I do other cars? Possibly.
I think you should do, because you're doing a marvelous job.
Thank you. Well, I am, as far as cars go, I would consider building, and I believe there is a kit for, the Lamborghini Miura. And there's a reason.
Beautiful.
When I was a kid, I was given a toy Lamborghini Miura, and I thought it was the bee's knees. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you would do.
The other one I'd consider building, also for much the same reason, is one of the early Mustangs.
I'm one of the old school fellas that loves the vintage cars.
Oh yeah.
In my watch list on eBay, I've got the old Model Ford T
Oh yeah. Nice.
Sports. I think it's from about 1912 or 1913 or
Yeah, I
something like
recognize the one you mean. Yep.
that.
Hey, here's something that might. Would you be familiar with the car, the Austin Ruby? I think it was from it's a British car.
Not off the top of my head, but I'm sure if I'll see it, I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, that's the one."
The only reason I mention it is because I believe my grandparents, and there was the car that my mum basically grew up in. She's always had a bit of a soft spot for them. I just wondered if you knew it or were familiar with it.
Yeah.
Because I have here's a funny story involving that very car, in fact. Apparently my mum and grandparents are going out one day, and it was the same day that there was a royal parade, as does happen if you're in London.
Yeah.
And somehow, apparently, they managed to get themselves onto the actual what's the word I'm looking for? Parade path. That's the way it was meant to be going.
Yeah.
And apparently the crowds have seen a vehicle approaching, assumed it's part of the parade, and have started cheering wildly. And of course, until they've started to realize ultimately that no, this is not part of the parade. But whilst they were cheering wildly, my grandmother has taken the opportunity to drop the window and give a royal wave. And I think the concept of an Austin Ruby with the royal wave coming out. There we go, I reckon. I'm getting close now. Now, there are some other bits I might want to consider, or do I want to just wait for a bit?
I don't know if I can share. I don't know if I can share screen with you, but this is one of the models that I was.
I was going to say, if you hang on a moment, there's a little line here I need to tidy up. There we go. All righty. Yeah, liking it.
I don't know if this is going to pop up, but this is what I was going to have a bash at.
Give us the squeeze.
Let's see if that Can you see that?
Hang on a moment. I will highlight your. Hang on a moment. Here we go. Not quite seeing that. Can you turn your computer a bit more towards?
Hang on a minute. Don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's
Well, what I'm just going to do, if you give me a moment, I'll just clean
oh,
this.
let me see if I can.
Delete. Now, what I was going to show you.
No, it's just brought up a second. It's brought up a second screen.
Is that the Stuka, Terry?
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome kit.
Yeah. I've got to say, because all my stuff's 1:72.
Right.
I'm looking at bigger scales with interest.
Let me nip to the toilet, and I think I've fathomed the weight of sharing it with you. 1 minute.
It's got a few fit and finish issues, but you expect that with an old mold. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I see it now. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, I've looked at a lot. Actually, there's a range of ICM figures I'm interested in. That sort of reminds me.
I'm not familiar with ICM.
They do a lot of, various things. But what I was particularly interested in, because I'm interested in going a bit sort of like left outside of my normal
comfort zone.
Things, is that they do figures. Well, I'll quickly show you. Give me a moment. Here we go. This is what I normally do. You see, hopefully. Yeah, there's two of my Lanks.
Oh, nice.
One's a bit distant there, but you got the Halifax and a Hampton. That's some of my German stuff. All of it's 1:72. There's a Stuka there. That's Rudel.
Did you manage to fathom it?
Pardon?
Yeah, that Model T, we saw it.
Yeah. ICM do a lot of military stuff. I think
they do.
The majority of their kits are military.
Now, something I can actually do for you whilst I'm showing you this. Okay. Lank on the left, Dam Busters.
Yeah.
That one on the right is S for Sugar, 137 missions. The Halifax is Lily of the Lamplight. Shot down on its last mission in 1944. That's a Hampton, where I'm trying to remember his name, but won a Victoria Cross for putting out lots of fires.
Right.
If we come down to here, on the front left.
Wow, what a collection.
Yeah, thank you. The front left is a guy named Len Waters, and he was the only Aboriginal fighter pilot of World War II. At the back's one of the Tuskegee Airmen. That's Spurgeon Ellington. The Thunderbolts, Gabby Gabreschke. The Hurricane is Nicholson. He won a Victoria Cross. The Lightning is it's not a Lightning, sorry, it's a Black Widow. And I've forgotten its name. but we got the last victory in World War II. We've got a typhoon. That's Stapleton. We got a tempest. That's Roland B. Bowman, who became the first British pilot to break the sound barrier, and that was after the war. The Spitfire at the back is John Dundas, and the Spitfire at the front is Buzz Burling. The Stuka is Rudel. The Junkers 88 is Werner Bombach. He got a big award for sinking, I think it was 300,000 tons of Allied shipping. And our 4109s from the back, we've got, that was Dundas and Helmut Vic. To the left, 109 F4, Hans-Joachim Marseille. Front right is the G6 of, what's his name? Eric Hartmann. Front left, 109 E4, Adolf Galland. And, of course, the Red Baron. That's what I normally do.
Your knowledge is unbelievable.
So this is where a car is a bit of a change of pace for me.
With a sidestep, isn't it? Absolutely.
And I'm quite happy for the change of pace, just because it steps outside of what I've been doing normally. But yeah, that's what, as I said, that's what I normally work on. And I can even tell you why, because you see, I was raised mostly by my grandparents, and they lived just outside of London during the Second World War.
Right.
So I heard all the stories about the mighty Spitfire, the devastating Lancaster, the dastardly Messerschmitt. I was hooked. And then when I went to uni, I studied modern European history. Hear more about this sort of stuff. I actually ended up studying Nazi Germany, which was interesting, a little disturbing at some points, but interesting.
Absolutely, I would agree totally there. I find it fascinating what they actually got away with.
There's a lot of stuff that's pretty full on. The whole Second World War history is something to check out.
It is. I've been watching documentaries on the TV about how Hitler and the other Nazis got away, and they went down to Argentina and all that.
Some did, yeah. Now, as to whether, I don't know about Hitler. See, I doubt he did, but
no, but
I know quite a few did, and in fact, the Stuka pilot, whose kit I've got there. Hans Ulrich Rudel, a deplorable individual at the best, is the best I can describe him as. A spectacularly good pilot, but a deplorable individual.
Let's face it, all of the Nazi boys from Piper to, they were all full-on Nazis. There was no niceness about these people.
No.
The actual ones who believed it, no.
The problem is they were brainwashed.
Well, here's the thing. Certainly the younger ones were one who'd been put through the Hitler Youth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when you look at the upper echelons of the Nazi Party, they could not have been brainwashed. They would have to have come up with this concept, which is frankly bizarre.
Yeah.
And then decided that they wanted to brainwash other people with that. Now, you can argue, therefore, any number of other. I mean, let's face it. Look what's happening in China at the moment. They've learned well the lessons, haven't they? Mao Zedong, he knew the game. It's a pretty common phenomena. Not a good one. but a pretty common one. And people find themselves in the position of, well, they don't accept certain realities because it runs contrary to the indoctrination they've received.
Mm.
And that's the problem.
Dictatorship.
I'm a great believer, and it's not a popular opinion, that the Treaty of Versailles was responsible for World War II directly.
Absolutely. Absolutely it was.
In that limiting Germany's ability to feed its people, sell goods, basically crippling the country after World War One.
Yeah, it wasn't a good move.
idea. It was not a good idea. What you do is, after a world war, you rebuild the country you've beaten, so that they don't want to do it again. You know, and I think after World War II, they've learned that lesson.
I think one of the other big mistakes of the Treaty of Versailles was to break up the empires of Austria-Hungary and other ones.
So
there had been a
how do you feel that affected it?
Because those imperial things actually kept stability on the continent.
Right. Okay. Coming from that angle, I can see that. Yeah.
Whilst there had been movements of fascism and communism and so forth prior to the World War One, they had largely been kept in balance by the existence of these long-standing institutions called monarchies. When they were broken up, now the only places that hadn't, that had prior to that experienced upheaval was Russia and France, really.
Yeah.
Had they let the German Kaiser remain, had they allowed the Austro-Hungarian Empire to continue, and so forth, one wonders if that instability that allowed the Second World War to occur would even have existed. But they didn't. And we all know what happened. It got very ugly.
See, when people, I just feel that when people have got food in their bellies and a roof over their head and they've got a job, there's very little chance of that country where everyone's happy of going to war. And as we all know, you know, 1933, 34, 35, from the point of the end of the First World War, prices were soaring in Germany, where it got to the point, and it's quite famous, what is it, 18 billion Deutschmarks for a loaf of bread at one point. Of course, you're going to get people who are willing to believe in anything to get them out of that hole, and along came Hitler.
Well, that was a point made in. Do you remember the TV series The World at War?
Great series, one of the best series ever.
Oh, it's the balls, isn't it?
It is. It is. I don't think there's been any documentary series to beat that.
I recommend it to anybody. Say to them, look, if you want to get a good grasp on the Second World War, what happened, why it happened, this is the series you watch.
Yeah. And narrated by Laurence Olivier. Oh man.
Oh yeah. The man for the job, you got to say.
He speaks with authority. You believe every word he says.
But there's they interview some of the Germans or some German people regarding Hitler's basically getting to power. And a comment made by one German person is, look, they came promising jobs and money and food, which we had none of.
Yep.
Of course, somebody who does that and then mysteriously comes up with it is going to be welcomed.
Yeah.
Yes, they had their oddities, but then, of course, at that stage, the German people were better off. And then it was when the truth came out, it was a bit too late. Because, well, let's face it, the burning of the Reichstag was the moment that Hitler made sure, or the Nazis made sure, they had absolute power.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what you going to do then? Not a lot. It's quite tragic, really. Now, All righty. Now, what I'm thinking.
One bonus of the Second World War, though, we've had the longest period of relative peace
Yeah, well,
in European history. Well, until the Russians kicked off with Ukraine, of course.
well,
that's another
yeah.
story. That's on a different level.
That's a different.
Well,
It's a dodgy.
I,
Yeah.
I've got this funny feeling, though, the war is just going to stop because they can't find anyone to fight the bleeding war. Both
Yeah.
Russia and Ukraine are struggling to recruit. They're running out of soldiers.
yeah, I think it's one of those. It's just going to burn out.
Tell you something I do marvel at, though. I'm surprised no one's tried to off Putin yet.
Is a very powerful.
He is. He
Is
usually offs people before they get a chance to off him. Let's not be shy now.
Is a dictator, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, he is. Yeah. I don't think there's any signs of that being in doubt anymore.
They're scared of him, but they're not scared of him. Is a twitchy one. Is a twitchy one.
He's got that cult of personality thing going. But yeah, I'd hope that when the Wagner group decided to kick up, that would be the end of him. But nah.
No, apparently he wiped him out.
Yeah.
But how stupid was the leader of the Wagner group?
Oh, how do you think that was going to end?
Yeah. My God.
I've pissed off someone with a great tendency for killing people. He'll leave me alone. I don't think so.
He's my friend. No.
No, son. Yeah. There would be no, if I had been in his shoes, there's no way known I'd have been backing off at that point. It's like Caesar crossing the Rubicon. You just don't, mate. It's too late once you've done it.
Dictators throughout history have never been trustworthy people.
Yeah, you either, well, yeah, you either, once you're in that position, you either do it or you're going to lose. Worked out okay, even if you do win. Didn't work out so well in the long term for Caesar.
Nope.
Although one could argue that perhaps the Optimates were being a little bit unsporting. I doubt they saw it that way. All righty. Getting there. Now, I'm going to probably have to do the Boogaloo fairly soon, guys. Not literally. I actually don't know the dance steps to the Boogaloo, but that is a term I use when I'm going to leave. But Robster. I am definitely much happier with how that's looking. What I'm gonna do is get some wet and dry, because there's a seam on these tires that I want to get rid of. I think wet and dry is what will do a better job than sandpaper or file. Make them look nice and pretty.
Rob, thanks for having me on, mate. I'm going to have to go. It's 11:30 in the United Kingdom.
Well, I've got to go myself pretty shortly, mate. So thank you for swinging past.
No,
I appreciate that.
On, mate.
I'll
Dale, I'll catch you tomorrow sometime, and I'll catch you.
You on tomorrow, are you, Terry?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yeah, I've got the day off work tomorrow, so I'm going to stream all day.
Oh, so that's your time, 10 a.m. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
well, I might see you. See how we go.
Okay, mate, Rob. Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
guys.
I'm gonna have to set my alarm, Terry, if you want me to pick up.
Don't worry about it, mate. I'll be on all day. Good night.
All right, see you.
See you, dude. It's me and you, Rob.
Well, I've got to cruise myself now, mate.
Yeah,
I dare
I've
say
been
it's you're in the UK as well, aren't you?
Yeah, it's where is it?
Yeah, I dare say it's getting.
Going towards midnight.
Yeah, I dare say you'd probably appreciate a wee bit of sleep. So yeah, look, I'll wind the stream up. There's a little spiel I do.
I don't know what sleep is. It's up and down like a bloody yo-yo.
Oh, really? Sorry to hear
Yeah.
that, dude. That sucks a bit.
It does. I'll be awake at such and such o'clock, and then I'll be like crashed out all day or whatever it is. It's mental.
Oh dear. Have you ever seen the movie Fight Club?
Yes, I have.
Do you ever find yourself waking up, falling asleep, and then waking up places and not knowing how you got there? If
Yes.
that's the case, your lack of sleep is because you're Tyler Durden.
Sometimes I actually do feel like
Oh,
that.
really?
Yes, I do.
Oh dear. Oh, well. Hopefully you'll get that. Yeah. Have you seen it? I'm sure.
I'm working on it, Rob. Don't worry.
Glad to hear that, mate. Because you don't
I'm
need that
bloody
sort of
working
behaviour
on
on
it.
yourself.
It's odd. It's odd. I'm not used to it, and
Yeah. Yeah, I
crikey,
totally get that.
it's very puzzling. But
I sometimes don't sleep so well because I've got arthritis, and that can keep me awake in it. Right. Lack of sleep is what we bald men call no fun at all. Anyway, I'm going to wind stuff up there now. My usual spiel. Any first-time viewers out there? It's time for the magic button of follow, like, or subscribe.
Likey.
That's the one. Now, other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And I'm Rob the Builder and Food Monster on Twitter. Follow, like, subscribe. Alrighty. I'll be back.
Take care.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I reckon I'm going to go the same sort of a time. If there's somebody else streaming, I might just stream on their channel and see how we go. But I'll be back tomorrow. Same kit time, same kit channel. And I'll hopefully catch you then. See yous.
Nighty nighty.